This is the penultimate video clip in my series which is looking at issues arising from the ongoing review of the National Action Plan being undertaken by national governments. As always in this series, just a reminder of some of the key policy drivers influencing the review. And from these, I've identified some of the key issues and areas for which our views have been sought. These are shown in this slide. It is important that as a sector, we discuss matters arising from these issues as a means of both inputting into and/or influencing the review process. This time my focus is on the area of demonstration sites and of research and development, and my approach is slightly different in that my emphasis is very much on getting your answers to questions to help the forum in responding to discussions. In agriculture, the concept of demonstration farms is not new, the aim being to showcase new developments, hold trials, and generally act as a regional location for sharing ideas and best practice. Back in the 1970s and 80s, there were a network of ADAS farms funded by government. Also, a number of commercial organisations had such farms. These are all largely discontinued, but in recent times, organisations such as the Agricultural and Horticultural Development Board and LEAF have taken up the idea as a way of transferring knowledge and skills. And there is an interest in the current National Action Plan review on how these might be used to promote best practice in weed, pest and disease management. So there is interest in the idea of demonstration sites, and it is an area the amenity sector have been asked to consider in terms of weed, pest and disease management. We already have sharing of good practice through groupings of organisations focusing on areas of amenity. Examples include Parks for London and other similar groupings for this topic. The STRI hold an annual event showcasing trial work. The commercial companies hold similar showcase events, and so on. However, could such an idea be expanded, and is it an initiative we would wish to see supported in an in-depth review? I would very much welcome your comments on this. So, after watching the video clip, please do drop me a line at the email address shown. And just another thought, the AHDB support work in commercial horticulture. Could this have application in amenity, and should we link more to it? The other important topic highlighted in the review considerations is research and development. Would we wish to see more coordinated resource available in this area, linked to promoting best practice and providing an even better scientific and fact-based approach to the many issues involved in amenity management across our diverse sector? Of course, there is already excellent research work ongoing in many areas. The STRI have a world-class reputation for their research and trial work in sporting services, which they utilise in a wide range of consultancy services. This links to a range of research projects in academic institutions, such as at the University of London Royal Holloway, who at a recent forum conference updated us all on developments in biological control. There is also a great deal of other turf research across the world. Could there be a case for further helping with this? If resource was available, how might this best be used? Recently, with the help of commercial organisations and in conjunction with Swansea University, a fantastic research site has been established, focusing on invasive weeds and their management. This has created real interest and very valuable outcomes. Could this be further developed going forward? As mentioned earlier, various parks forums exist. Could they be helped to research, trial new ideas? They're already sharing in innovations and best practice. In 2009, DEFRA funded a £0.5 million project in the Isle of Thanet, based on the town of Margate. The aim was to develop regimes of zero and minimal herbicide and compare them with conventional approaches for managing weeds on hard surfaces. It ran until 2015 and had a number of modifications in its lifespan. The full outcomes can be found on the DEFRA website, and a document was produced entitled Best Practice Guidance Notes, and this is available on the East Marlin website. The project, whilst valuable, was very much a snapshot. It brought out some interesting points to consider, but time and developments have moved on, and it didn't really focus sufficiently on the economics or carbon footprinting of the various approaches. I mentioned a project in my last video from the Netherlands, which sought to measure the environmental impact of various approaches. Would the sector like to see more research trials in this area as part of the review? I am very aware that this video has raised a number of questions. I emphasise that we need a sector view, so please take a moment to drop me an email. These two issues have arisen in the ongoing National Action Plan review, and your help is needed to help us fully respond in the correct manner. So, this clip brings to a conclusion a focus on some of the issues arising from the review of the National Action Plan. There are, I know, others, but these have been the significant ones emerging from discussions thus far. Next time, in the final video of this series, I will return to the key policy drivers and seek to bring together my thoughts on the direction of travel and what might emerge both in this review and the future review on pesticide policy. Thank you for listening